I was in the store the other day and I literally heard this conversation. A woman was talking to her friend and she said, I just need to get on blank, which was a crowdfunding platform, and find all these rich people that want to donate to these indie films. I know they're there and they're waiting. And I was like, wow, this is so good. And I was trying to listen to more and then they passed by and I couldn't hear anything more. But I see that idea out there and I see hashtag support indie film, and that's great, but that's a bunch of indie filmmakers that they're all seeing that hashtag.
Yeah.
So who are those people waiting to donate to these campaigns? Are they people that are interested in a niche that the film is about? If the film is about a group of women, let's say, where there's no relationships, no sex, but they're all maybe friends and they're struggling with their own issues, is that the demographic for that film? Or is it a bunch of people that have all this disposable income that just can't wait to hashtag support indie film?
I don't think there are that many people out there desperately waiting to throw their money at indie film. The people of means who I know who contribute to indie film do it in a very savvy way as investors. And if you are going to approach an investor, right, which is different from approaching a crowdfunding audience. If you're going to approach an investor with a plan for success as a reason why they should give you a bunch of their disposable income, you have to show them demonstrably that you can make money on the film. The only way that you can ever demonstrably show that you can make money on a film is by proving that you have access to the audience that wants to see this film. If your business plan says, I'm going to go to a big festival that I haven't gotten into yet and get picked up by a distributor for whom, who picks up 1 or 2 titles out of festivals a year, and that's my path to access to audience, most savvy independent film investors at this point are saying, give me a break. So the whole conversation has shifted. You can't even, sure, you could present that, I'm gonna go to a big festival and I'm gonna get picked up by a big distributor business plan to people who've never invested in film before, and you can tell them a lie that you're gonna make money this way, or you can do the work to build the audience, tell them the truth, and make sure that when they invest in this film, they make their money back so they invest in your next film. Like, the thing about crowdfunding and about gathering investment for film in general is that we all have a responsibility to one another. We have a responsibility to do successful crowdfunding campaigns so that everybody who touches crowdfunding has a great experience. We have a responsibility to pay our investors back so those investors will not only invest in our films but other people's films. I think we're, too long we have been like, I just need to hit people in their pocketbooks. No, you have to hit them in their hearts. That's why most independent film investors invest, actually. Even the ones who make money regularly invest because it really touches them and moves them. And certainly crowdfunding campaigns are won and lost by reaching the people who give a shit. Can I say that?
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Crowdfunding campaigns are won and lost by reaching the people who give a shit about what you are talking about. They're segmented, right? There's the people who give a shit that a group of women are making a movie together, right? Because they care about women in media. There's the segment of people who feel like, women's friendships are not accurately represented on screen, and that's why they might have contributed to Like the Water. And then there's the group of people who are really interested in delving into stories about grief. Those are harder people to reach. Like, this is why raising money for drama is difficult in the first place, because getting people to out themselves about difficult subject matter can be complicated. But it's not like your audience has one quality or can be spoken to in one way or can be reached on a single platform. And that's why it is on you as the producer or whatever filmmaking team you have to know enough about your audiences and their proclivities in order to reach them. So there's no platform that's going to do this work for you because they can't. They fundamentally can't. There's no platform that has the resources to do all the research that it takes. And fundamentally, that audience should belong to you, not just for a single film, but for your next film and the one after and the one after.
So for Like the Water, how did you build that audience? Because it was 2011.
Oh, so boy, if I knew then what I know now, how I would have done everything differently. We largely, for Like the Water, relied upon the strength of our personal networks. But we had 6 women pushing this campaign, not on a crowdfunding site. We had 6 women out there telling the story about what it would take us to make this film and why we deeply wanted to do it. And the fortunate thing is that with 6 women, we were reaching into 6 different cities, and then a 7th, which is New York, and an 8th, which was Los Angeles, because that's sort of where our networks were. And we were telling this story really passionately and really concisely, and we knew nothing about crowdfunding. Like, we were literally making it up as we went along. But the wish list really helped us articulate, this is not about you giving us money. This is about the community coming together to sort of acquire the stuff that it will take to bring this story to life. And what happened? Well, those people ended up also being our extras. And as we moved into the small town where we were shooting, we got a local car dealership involved, and a coffee shop involved, and the fire department involved, and the police department involved, and all of these community folks sort of rallied around it because we had a really clear way to articulate our story. And we took a lot of lessons away from that and built them into Seed and Spark, but I can't lie and say this was foresight, right? Like, the things that I'm telling you now are all things that I learned by doing and failing or not failing along the way. I guess not failing would be succeeding along the way.